Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to see what is called PF insurance scheme. So this is referred to as EDLI. So EDLI is nothing but employee deposit linked insurance scheme. So this was actually started in the year 1976. So what are the components of this? There are three schemes under this provident fund. So the one component is the employees provident fund, and other component is pension scheme, so EPS, and the third one is referred to as the insurance. So once we start our employment, so there is a PF amount deducted from our salary. So PF amount deducted from our salary, that is employees contribution, and also employers contribution. So that is part of anyways the CTC. So what happens is they contribute towards like PF and pension fund, and also they contribute towards the insurance. In case of death, there will be a insurance, a lump sum amount will be given to the PF contributor, so the employee. So what is this like? It's a group policy which is done by the taken care by the employer. So employers take this group policy. So how they are taking the premium? So premium is based on the 0.5% of the basic and DA, and this is approximately maximum rupees 75 per month is the premium paid by the employer to the PF account. So no premium is paid by the employee here. So maximum wage cap, what how they are calculating is like 15,000 should be your basic pay, and based on that the contribution is calculated. So if you are paying above 15,000, if your contribution is beyond 15,000, so that will not be considered. So maximum cap is 15,000. Based on that, there is a calculation where you get a insurance up to 7 lakhs, so not more than 7. So this both are capped here. So how this is like how our PF contribution happens is like if you are working for a company, like you pay 12% of your basic as an employee contribution. So from your CTC, employer pays like that is 12%. So they divide this into a pension scheme. So once you retired like after 58 years, if you want to retire, you are eligible for a pension. Or in case of your death, you are nominees get benefit of a pension, regular pension. And beyond this, in case of the death of the employee, the nominee gets a lump sum insurance amount. So that is what I said is a 0.5% as is paid as a insurance like premium, 75 rupees. So this is how the employee provident fund amount is deposited in various different forms. So how do you calculate this EDLI insurance? So earlier, like till 2020, so the maximum cap was like 6 lakhs. So they calculate like take average monthly PF wages into 35, plus they have the EPF balance maximum cap to 1.5 lakhs. So if you calculate that, you get 6 lakhs amount of insurance in case anything happens. Okay, so this is how they calculate, and there is a minimum wage also here. So how they are calculating the minimum also. And now in the year 2021, this has been increased, like the calculation is 35 into the average PF, and they also include this cap like the EPF balance cap to 1.575 lakhs. So this, if you're totaling, it goes to 7 lakhs. So you get a benefit of up to 7 lakhs in case of in any instances. So the minimum amount also has been calculated here. So up to 4 lakh PF, the contributor gets a benefit here. So the nominee gets the benefit in case of any sudden unavoidable circumstances. And in case what happens if you are working for a organization for less than 12 months, so there is also a cap here. So maximum you get a benefit of 1.8 lakhs. So how that is calculated, it's like 1.2 into the average balance in the account, and some 40% of the excess, so see, of the amount that is accumulated. So total 1 lakh is the ceiling here. So if you calculate that, here you see the 1.2 into, like I said, the 15,000 is the maximum cap, wage cap. So you get a 18,000 plus 1 lakh, it's like 1.8 lakh. But now this is also this is I think a old calculation, but I think 2.5 lakhs is the cap for this if you are working, employed less than 12 months in a company. So who can claim the pension and insurance? So there is two components. The once the person is deceased, the nominee gets the benefit. So the nominee or the legal heir gets the pension and a lump sum. So how that is given? So what you have to do is like you have to log into the UN portal and make sure that you have entered the nomination details. So you have option to enter the nomination like e-nomination option in the website. So please go and add the nominees in that, so that your nominees get the benefit without any troubles. So they can directly go online and submit the form and get the benefits. So if you're not filing the nomination, then you have to give a legal hire certificate. Minor, if in case of minor, the guardian should have a certificate there, legal guardian certificate. So how this is claimed offline, so you have to submit a form 51F, and along with this form you have to submit the death certificate, nomination form, legal hire certificate, guardian certificate in case of minor, and you need to submit the ID proof and the bank cancel check to claim this amount. So this is in this link you will get the full details. So I have shared this link in the description. So this should be submitted through the employer. The employer should be submitting to the PF office, but we have to fill all the details here. And in case the employer, there is no office, the office doesn't exist, then you can get signature from one of these like gazetted officer, magistrate, MP, MLA, member of CBT regional committee, and bank manager. So they can authorize this form 51F, and you can further submit directly to the PF office stating that the employer, the office is shut down. So what happens once you submit? 30 days you have to wait. So after 30 days, within 30 days, this settlement is done. In case it is not done beyond 30 days, you get a 12% interest payable for extra days. And in case of submitting all this document, so you have submitted all this document and it's getting rejected or some issues, so you can directly go here and register a grievance. So your grievance will be taken care by the PF authorities. So this is like what forms needs to be submitted. So this is a deceased category I selected. For deceased, there are 4 types of enrollments here, like for the different types of form. For like if the member died while in the service before 58 years, member died in the service after 58 years. So there are different clause applicable here. Based on that, there are different forms. So you need to select appropriate form. So as I said, the maximum people will go for these forms like monthly pension. The nominee has to get the monthly pension. Final settlement, this is one-time settlement of the PF accumulated amount, and this is the pension amount, form 10D, and this is the EDLI insurance amount, which is form 51F. And how to file the nominee? So you have to go to this unified portal member, EPF India government. So here once you log in, so any PF member will be given a UAN number and a login details. So you have to log in there, and once you log in, every time this alert pops up, so you have to click on file now. So once you file now, you click file now here. So you go here, you select this from the manage, you have to select e-nomination option. So if you select this, what are the basic requirement to add a nominee? You need a Aadhaar number, you need a digital photo of size less than 100 KB, and the bank account details. So bank account details is not mandatory at this point when you're registering your nominee, but you need the Aadhaar card and the digital photo mandatory. So bank, anytime after, if you're claiming during that time, you can submit different bank details. So once you see, click on that e-nominee, you see that in case you have registered, you'll see all the list here. So I have not registered, so I see no nomination history found. So I click on the add nominees. So I see this option here. Having a family, yes, I have a family. So all this red are mandatory. You have to enter the Aadhaar number, as I said, the member name. So you make sure that you enter all this detail correctly as per the documents. And here you have to enter the address also. And as I said, this bank details is not mandatory, and you need to upload a photo here. This is mandatory. Okay. So you can add any rows. So how many members if you want to, and you need to add your, if you like to add your parents detail, your wife, your child details, you can add all those details, and you can keep on adding row and save the family details here. So once you save, you get all the family details saved as a different rows here. Then you can share the amount, like how, the 100% amount, how we are going to share between the family members. So you can say, okay, 40 30 30, how we are, or 20 20 20, how we are going to divide amongst the family members. So once this is done, you have to save the EPF nomination here, click it here. So once that is clicked, it is not completed, still you have to go and e-sign. So after e-signing, so e-signing is based on the Aadhaar verification. So you have to verify through virtual Aadhaar ID. So once you get OTP and you do all the e-sign process. So here, once you click on that e-sign, you are taken to this screen where you have to e-sign. So once e-sign, it says that PDF signed successfully. Then here says as nominee is successful. So you can click this nominees detailed PDF, download it and keep it. And other thing is like a basic awareness here, like you have to make sure that you have entered the nominee details to for the very smooth claim process, and explain about EDL insurance and every PF details to your family members, and make sure that UF, UN and PF details are shared with your family members. Beyond this, whatever insurance you have or bank accounts you have, everything you have to share. Always keep, note it down somewhere, or share it with your family. I'll go to the website here and show like what are the details you need to know. So this is the PF website here, portal. So here, in case of death, here this is the option, important links. So click on the death claim filing. So in case you have added the beneficiary already, so it will be a very smooth process. As I said, I'll click here. So there's some error. So directly you can enter the deceased UN number plus the beneficiary, whatever you have registered as a nominee. You have to enter all those details. You need to make sure to follow all these instructions. Once you submit all this, so your claim will be processed without any issues. And this is in case of in case the nominee is not registered, you can download this form 51F, and fill all these details. So get the employer's signature and ask the employer to directly submit to PF office. So this is the form. I'll give this link in the description. So this is the latest ad given by notification given by the EPF organization. So they said that the ceiling is increased to 7 lakhs, and also this, as I said, 1.5 lakhs to 2.5 lakhs here. The maximum cap has been increased. So this is the circular. And in case you have any grievance, you directly go to this link and you can submit the grievance. In case any problem with the claim process, you can submit your grievance here. And claim forms, as I said, so what are the claim forms? You can click on the direct links here to see which type of claim forms I need to submit. So based on that, this details will be changing here. So I have selected the deceased, and based on this, the forms are being displayed here in the EPF India site. And as I said, this is the wage ceiling limit here. So from 2014 onwards, the wage ceiling was rupees 15,000. Earlier it was started from rupees 300. It kept on increasing, and it's the maximum amount is rupees 15,000. Like future, they may also increase this. So this is the quick update on the claim of EDLI insurance. So in case you have any doubts, please mention in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer all the questions. So please make sure you share this information, because due to corona, a lot of people are losing their life, and those people are employed in any private organization, and the family members need to know that there is an insurance that will definitely be benefit for them. So please share this information with your friends, and I'll meet you in a new video. Thank you. Bye.